Alright. Well, actually, should I show you guys? Maybe not. I don't know. Well, no one really watches this. I can just get on roll 30. Roll 20. Do a character. Because I'm gonna be in multiple D&D things. Hence why that's a nerdy thing. And I'm just gonna be doing that stuff in the background while I listen to music. Oh yeah. What's the website called? I found a website that has royalty free stuff. And I kinda wanna oh, this is probably just for alright, cool. Also bookmarking. But for music, let's just go to. Am I still signed in to Spotify? Yes, I am. Alright, and then let's do. Oh, well, actually, I have multiple tabs open. I've rolled 20. Oh, wait, actually. Let's create a new character. Characters. That was D&D 5e 2014. My bad. One shot D&D. This there. Center 5 years. D&D 5e 2014. Let's see. Next. Choose race. I don't want to make an artificer, but I don't know what those artificer is. This is mainly what I'm gonna just be doing, just like bounce. Our gold for an artificer and con depth. Okay, so what is a strong? I wish I told you what the racial features did. Oh, yeah, I can look it up. Racial features. A racial bonus? That's the street. Oh, that's what they went. This is the same one. Yeah, very cool. Let's just do regular. On with could be. I could be a mountain dwarf. Dwarf artificer. Choose alignment. Neutral. Humanoid 1025. Warhammer tool proficiency. Smith tools. Stone cutting. Okay. It's poison, dark vision, subrace. Nope. So I already got 2 con, 1 whiz. Pretty good, I think. Yeah. Choose class. Artificer isn't on here. Damn it. What the hell's a tactician? Machine class. Magical power. This is available. Okay. The clang of clashing metals. I wonder something. Would I get in trouble if I identity copyright? We'll just use. We're getting really into this, dude. Alright, let's keep reading this. Lower it a little bit. Hopefully it still sounds good on the thing. Hey yo, what the fuck? Alright, it fucks with it. Imagine going back to the past just hearing this. Drop the fucking beat. This is why God dropped the plague on them. They were going too hard. The clang of clashing metal rings out as the orc's mace swings down to smash against the shield of a mercenary captain. The captain laughs, thinking the orc an easy prey. Failing to notice that the orc's commander has an unseen trifling. As an unseen tiefling slams her great axe into the captain's back, a now unprotected woman ring of allies flourishes her brow as thousands of possibilities race through her mind. In a matter of seconds, she finds the perfect answer and calls out the offensive to her allies, leading her to a quick, decisive victory. A dragonborn stares calmly into the face of the beholder, unflinching as all 11 eyes stare down upon them. With only their analysis and a single dagger at the disposal, the dragonborn ducks under the first beholder's ray and plunges the daggers into the aberration's central eye before commanding their allies to attack. Masters of the mind and the battlefield, a tactician embodies the idea that one does not need incredible strength or arcane might to achieve greatness, only sharp wit and an analytical mind. Resourceful thinkers, blessed with theoretical power, no physical greatness. At a first glance, many would assume that tacticians have a difficult time making do. Looks can be deceiving, and underestimation as well allows a tactician to thrive. The power of tactician's mind is a frightening thing, overflowing with potential and focus that benefits anyone that stands on their side. Whether it's to lead an army to victory or direct a small strike team, tacticians find themselves seeking knowledge wherever it may be found. Intelligent, nerve, and communication are the three pillars of a tactician. This makes them unique as fuck. Damn, that drop caught me off guard. Holy hell. Imagine going, damn. I can just imagine just going to a fancy ball, everyone's all dressed up, and they just pull up with this. Right, intelligence. This makes them unique as their intelligence directs them away from traditional paths of magical studies and towards the mastery of combat maneuvers. These natural-born leaders often find themselves pursuing a life of adventure in which they can push themselves to the limits and truly test their mental abilities. Creating a tactician. Creating a tactician begins with deciding the origin of your character's genius. With a natural-born savant who holds above their peers, or is their brilliance a result of their hard work and perseverance? Did they have a kindly teacher who helped foster your brilliance, or is your intelligence the result of independent study and harsh lessons of life? So you can ask yourself why your character chose to become a tactician over other pursuits. Do they distrust magic, or do they lack the aptitude for it? Or did they simply never considered or receive the opportunity to study it? Furthermore, did they feel that devoting their skills to physical greatness distracted them from exercising the full extent of their tactical techniques? Finally, why did your character choose a life of adventure? Most tacticians, with their brilliance and cunnings, are more than capable of earning a comfortable living as merchants, royal advisors, or battlefield strategists. Therefore, why choose a life of travel, danger, and uncertainty, particularly when your character lacks common powers of strength or magic to defend themselves? Perhaps those are the very reasons your tactician chose to hone their minds in the fires of adventure rather than a comfortable and safe vocation. Perhaps they have a vendetta and are traveling seeking revenge, or perhaps they simply wish to acquire more knowledge or wealth. Regardless, your character clearly knows that they will prevail with their keen analytic senses and reliable leadership. So I'm gonna have 19 con. There's possession. It is to us sad. For some reason I thought it was 2 C's. I'm dumb. Alright, anyways. If this ain't in the next Elder Scrolls, I'm gonna be mad. Alright. Great tactician. Quick build. You can quickly make a tactician by following the suggestions first. Okay, where are we gonna do that? Followed by dexterity. Okay. Sage or soldier background. Oh, shovel. First tactician. First level 8 con modifier, higher points. Modifier light armor. 2 of your choice, saving throws. Okay. Okay, investigations. Oh, choose 3. Okay. Sign equipment. Perfect plan at the beginning. The beginning at first level, when you become a master at devising the best course of action for the future. When you complete a long rest, you gain a number of perfect plan die as shown in the perfect plan die column of the tactician table, which are d4s. Upon receiving these dice, you can spend 10 minutes concocting a plan that involves a number of willing creatures up to 1 plus your intelligence modifier minimum 2 creatures. Whenever a creature that is a part of your perfect plan that... Okay, so I need to talk to them. Now you can see her here makes an attack roll. You can use your reaction to expend one of your perfect plan die, adding the roll to the result. You can wait until a d20 is rolled before deciding to use this feature, but you must decide before the DM says whether the roll succeeds or fails. One to perfect blind dance if it is lost. Only one may be used at a time. You can regain when you complete a long rest. When you reach 7th level, you can add a perfect blind dance. Okay. So you get 2. Also, at first level, you can rely on predictive measures and careful observation to protect yourself, rather than raw agility. You can use your intelligence to... Ooh. Oh. More information you can learn too. Okay. At 2nd level, you can gain the ability to focus your intellectual powers into breaking down the defenses of your opponent, utilizing information gained to your advantage. As a bonus action, you can analyze a creature that you can see within 60 minutes. This lasts for 1 minute and provides great benefits shown, as well as additional benefits as you gain levels in this class. Your analysis ends early. If you are incapacitated, you end your turn unable to see the creature. You begin analyzing a different creature, or you die. You can use this feature a number of times equal to proficiency bonus, regaining expended uses whenever you complete a short or long rest. For as long as you're analyzing a creature that you can see that creature. For as long as you are analyzing a creature and can see that creature, you gain the following benefits. When you hit a creature that you are analyzing with an attack, you can expend a perfect plan die. Alternatively, when an allied creature that is part of your perfect plan hits a creature you are analyzing with an attack, you can use a reaction to expend a perfect plan. If you do the attack deals additional damage, roll 1d4 and add the result to the attacks. If you are 6 leveled, add 2d4 instead. Okay. Nice. The creatures you are analyzing have disadvantage on opportunity attacks made against you. Trait analysis. At the end of each of your turns, if you are analyzing a creature and can see that creature, it must make an intelligence saving throw against your analysis save DC. On failure, you learn the following characteristics of the creature: armor class, and anything with abilities damage. Yeah, that's pretty strong. You can use your intelligence to closely evaluate your foes in combat. You use your intelligence modifier when setting the saving throw for a tactician feature. It allows to save DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier. Contingency plan. Also at 2nd level, with a little time to rest and think, you can adjust your plans to a new situation. Whenever you complete a short rest, you can choose to regain a number of expended dice equal to half of your maximum. Equal to 1 plus half of your maximum. Once you have used this feature, you cannot do it again until you complete the rest. You can use it. We're gonna be listening to some Zelda now. At third level, you decide to hone your tactician prowess into a specific long-term strategic focus of your choosing. Grandmaster, Mentalist, Scholar, Mind or War Mind. All detailed drills good for your choice. Guaranteed third level, guys. Zelda's Lullaby. When you use your floor, okay, ability is called Guiding Guile. At fifth level, you have the wit and dedication that others wisely heed. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can call out a command to an ally creature within 6 feet that can see or hear you. That creature can use a reaction to make a weapon attack against the same target. If that ally is part of your perfect plan, you can expend and add a perfect die as part of the same reaction. Wait, is this a reaction? Oh no, their reaction. It just adds it. Okay. And then that's all I get. Guiding Guile. And since we're gonna be 6th level, I have 7 dice. Okay. I think I'm gonna do it. It's fun. Tactician. Skill proficiencies. Investigation. Medicine and perception. Tools. I don't even think these will really. Because we ball like that. Okay, this is where we we're gonna have to I have shrouds in the background because I want to get drops for a marathon. That seems interesting. But right here, I'm about to roll my rolls, and they said it was. It was 4d6. I think we're doing 4d6. We're doing 4d6. Lowest reroll 1. Alright, so let's do this. 4d6 roll. Drop the lowest. We got a 1, so we can re-roll that. So damn, we got a 6 off rip. Damn. So the first rolls were 4. We're gonna drop that 1 and the 6. That's actually pretty good. The only thing I can really hope for is use a 5? Because if we have a 4, then we're just gonna drop the lowest. You saw that chat. You saw that chat. I should have been recording. Dude, I'm gonna start recording now. Those were my rolls. I did not do it. I did not tinker with anything. That was on me. All these rolls right here. All right. So for our first things, we got the 1, and then we dropped the 1, and then we re-rolled and got a 6. So that leaves us with 16 for one of our first totals. So 16 for one of our stats. Dope, 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 dope. And then roll 2 1s. So we roll those. We got a 4, 2. And we're gonna re-roll those 2 1s. We got a 6 and a 1. I could ask to see if we get another. I don't know. Cause 12 isn't bad, but I just want to make sure because we got 6 and 1. One, two, three, four, five, 6. I'm gonna do it 6 times. So we have 2, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. I'm assuming that that's what he meant. So, oof, no 1's to reroll, but 5, 4. Keep accidentally hitting shift. 9, 13. That's our third stat. Roll. We got 6, 3, 4, 3. Because we dropped the lowest. So that's another 13. Not bad, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we only have 2 more stats to roll. Which, considering we only have 112, that's not bad. And we got 2 5s. Then we roll those 2 1s. Because I know for sure we re-roll once. And I got 3 2. So we get 5 5 3 and another 13. Flip 4 5. Last rolls. Let's see what we get. 5 2 2, and then we re-roll 1 1 and hope for something good. We got another one. So this is our dump stat, which will be a 9. That's cool. It's not good at all. Well, considering that okay. Okay, yeah, we only re-rolled it once. And right here it says that we start using our stop recording for right now. Use okay. Oh. A fifth level of the way was Brazilian. Wasn't there something that so that we can start using our you can use your intelligence closely, use your intelligence modifier when setting. I could have sworn that there was something that said that you can start using your proficiency bonus double for an ability check. Oh, there it is. Intelligent defense. It's the first one. At first level, you rely on your predictive measures other than raw intelligence. You can use it instead of your base armor class. It's not gonna be fun, but I can just make this my dump stat of 9. Or should I use strength? Because for sure I want you to be my 16. Con can be one of my 13s. So let me just use the minus for used. Minus. So now I have a 12 and 2 13s. They say that they wanted. Oh. So dex shouldn't. Oh, just make strength my dump stat. 9. Dex will be one of my 13s. So done. So now I have should I make charisma my dump stat? Make wisdom 13. Put your schools. Right? Or am I doing it wrong? Oh wait, shoot. These are for their modifiers, right? Oh, and it tells you right there. I think I misused these. Okay, so let me just reroll it. So I have a 16, which will be my int, and that will get me plus 3. So 3 to int. Okay, yeah, I inputted them wrong. Okay, so 16, you're done. Then I want. Oh, I only have 13s left. Do I have 3 of them? 12, and then a 9. That's gonna be my Dex. That's gonna be my Con. That's gonna be mine. No. Well, you need. I don't think strength should be my dump stat. I shouldn't make wisdom my dump stat either. Con neither. I'll make my charisma my dump stat. When will I ever use it? Erase you. Charisma car. Strength. Yeah, strength was. Strength. Dex. So that means let me just go down the list. And you get a +3. Dex, you get a +1. Con, you get a 1. Strength, you get a 1. Wisdom, you get a 1. Charisma, you get a -1. I'm doing that. Why's Constitution have 3? Oh yeah, because of my bonus, my racial bonus. Does say what? Wait. Ability scores are modified. We just read. I think I'm doing this one. No. Ability modifier. Each ability has a score number of defined So ability score is not just a measure of innate capabilities, but also score 10. The score of 18 is the highest possible. You should score 20. Monsters of ability can score shows 90. Each ability modifier is diverse and ability is 5. Ability scores 1. Ability scores modifier. Okay, so yeah, we take the. So yeah, it was 3. This, and the rest are just ones. That don't really seem right. Well, that way, no, this is a level 1 character, so maybe. Because that's a 1. 1. 1. 1. Here's a -1. But doesn't allow me to go 0. Fuck it. I'll just do 13. 13. 13. The intelligence 16. No. Because then I only have 11 hit points. Back on aim, soldier. And then what does soldier do? Accidentally have 11 hit points at level 1. But no. I think I filled it in, right? I'm dumb. I'll just go back real quick. Abilities. We Just YouTube it real quick. See
You got
Matthew.
your dice and you got your character sheet. Well, it's time to roll some ability scores. We're going to break down the 6 basic ability scores and what they mean on today's Handbooker Helper.
Don't know how to play? We'll show you the way. Handbooker
Paste.
Helper. Handbooker Helper.
Now, when you look to the far left of your character sheet, you will see this stack of 6 boxes framed in a delicate
Okay, so
filigree.
follow.
Your
Follow.
character is built off of these 6 abilities:
Appreciate you.
strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Now, the higher the ability score means a higher modifier, which means the better you are in that department. But first, let's break down what these stats actually mean. Strength determines, well, your strength. This is reflected in your athletics skill, as well as utilizing your spears and daggers. Use dexterity, investigation. Well, a higher. At last, but certainly not least, charisma. Whether you're looking for your character to be charming, there are a few ways that you can do this based on your DM's preference, and we'll cover the others in a separate video. But for this example, we'll show the method we use on Critical Role. Grab 4d6 or 4
That's what we
six-sided
did?
dice. Roll and drop the lowest number of those 3. Add up the remaining 3 and jot that number down on some scratch paper. Do this 5 more times, and you'll be left with your 6 scores that you can.
I did get a 14 from a 6, a 4, and a 2. Unless that 2 rolls into a 4. Yeah, this is pointing up, so that's a 6. This one's pointing up, so that's going to be a 2.
Down on some scratch paper. Do this 5 more times, and you'll be left with your 6 scores that you can then plug where needed to build your character however you like. Just be mindful of what class you're playing, so you can favor the stats that are most helpful for your character abilities. Don't forget to add any additional bonuses that your character's chosen race or feats may provide, but do note that the natural maximum an ability score can climb to is 20. Once you have your 6 ability scores, it's time to figure out your modifiers. Now, modifiers are the numbers that you add.
Okay, so yeah, the ability scores is just that. All right, cool. And then they'll do them automatically, I believe. Because then that's the modifiers, and then ability score. Yeah, all right, cool. Just making sure. I don't want to. Let's go back to doing this. Let's go back to our fat beatsies. Let me just copy and paste them over here. Proficiencies. It's open proficiencies, equipment. So yeah, Chris, give me that. Let's still do the same Michael. Let's just go to wiki.them. Proficiency, choose, athletics, proficiency, choose, skill. Oh, wait, shit, never mind. I think we only get one of those, right? Yeah. Sand Street. Age is the 28. My high's gonna be like might be 38. I don't even think it matters. Wait. I'll be 225. Fuck. Yeah. Again. Neck. Yeah, okay, yeah, I did it regular. Alright, cool. Yeah, I almost went out there. Now it uses our quest, and then let's put this away. This is a song Midna was dying to. R.I.P. the goat. Yeah, personality change. Forgot that. I still rolled the 22. 1d8 slashing. And bourgeois, boom. 19, damn. You rolled the 16. Dope. On stream. Welcome to Kirk the Mission level up. Because we need to be level 6, right? Level 6, yeah. Neat. Alright. Woo! We rolled a 6. Multi-class, nope. No, sir. Next. Class changes. Next. Then we did it right. Woo! 7. Yeah, yeah. That should be oh, you can choose 2 skills of expertise. I'll do investigation and athletics to make. Oh no, actually, my athletics should be decent. Perception probably. Apply changes. Fuck. Strategic focus. Improvise plan 14, 20. Strategic focus. All brilliant. All tacticians are brilliant, but not all tacticians grant the same win on as there and pursue their genius. Thus, tacticians will choose or gravitate towards a specific strategic focus in a particular method of honing one's skills. At 3rd level, a tactician chooses a strategic focus on which to invest their talent. Grandmaster, Mentalist, Scholar, Warmind. Multi-classing. What do the things do? Strategic focus. My bad. That's all it just says, right? Oh no. Let's look at Grandmaster. When you choose this level, 3rd level, you gain proficiency in Deception, Insight, Persuasion. Additionally, you gain proficiency with 3 game you set to your choice moving pieces. Also, at 3rd level, you're able to keep a step back and move in turn like a board from the beginning of your turn. You may choose not to move if you do. You may choose a willing creature that you can see. Here, that creature can use a reaction to move up to your walking speed without provoking an opportunity to attack. You can use this feature a number of times that your proficiency mode, and you regain all expended uses when taking short 2 steps ahead. At 6th level, you become a master of analytics, planning forward, aware of the target's next move, and how to counter them. When you become the target of an attack by a creature you are analyzing, you gain +2 to AC against that attack. Additionally, when you are forced to make a dexterity saving throw by a creature you are analyzing, you gain +2. Okay. Mentalist. Okay, but beginning at 3rd level, you can worm your way into the minds of your attackers, predicting your next moves with frightening accuracy. Whenever a creature you're analyzing starts its turns, if you can see that creature, you can make a wisdom check contested against the character's charisma deception check. On a success, you're able to read their every move until the start of the creature's next turn. Whenever it makes a roll, an opportunity attack, roll a d4. And subtract that from the roll. Damn. Also at 3rd level, you can read into body languages and speech patterns of a creature to determine their motives. You can analyze a creature for the full duration. You gain insight in their mental state, granting you wisdom. Advantage on wisdom checks made against that creature for the next 24 hours. Starting at 6th level, you can use your predictive abilities combined with the layer of subterfuge to guide your opponents into perfect position for you and the worst for them. As a bonus action, you can go to creature under the effects of your insightful prediction feature into attacking whoever you like. Choose a creature that's part of your perfect plan. Choose a creature that is part of the perfect plan as long as the target can see that challenging creature. It is hostile towards them. Your target suffers advantage on attack rolls that do not target that creature. until the start of your next turn. You can choose this feature a number of times up to your proficiency bonus expending. Regaining expended uses whenever you complete a long rest. Also at 6th level, your eyes remain sharp and you have your intelligence modifier. You can add your intelligence modifier wisdom save. Search, you can use search action as a bonus action. Okay. I like that over Grandmaster so far. But no, right, let's go Scholar. When you choose this as your focus at the level, your title stars are granted the ability to cast spells, cantrips. You can learn 2 cantrips from the wizard spell list. You can learn an additional wizard cantrip of your choice at 10th level spell slots. The Scholar's spellcasting table shows how many spell slots you have. You have to cast your wizard spells at first and higher. To cast one of these spells, you may expand the slot. You regain all expanded slots when you finish a long rest. For example, if you know the first level spell Catapult and you have a first level and second level spell, you can cast Catapult in your slot. You know 3 first level spells to your choice of divination treasures. Spells become spellcasting. When you're 7th level, you learn 1 new spell. Spellcasting ability. Spell save DC plus your intelligence. We're gonna be at 6th level, so you know 2 cantrips, 4 spells, and then we have first level spots. Wizard spells. Because it says that we learn Scholar. We know 2 cantrips and 3 spells. No, we're gonna learn 2 cantrips and 4 spells and have 3 spell slots. So cantrip, okay, bonfire control, booming blade. Thunder damage. Sapping sting. Vitality. I mean, cantrips can be used whenever. Turn down the light. So I just hate how all of these take an action. your hit. You can cause green fire to leap from a target to a different creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it. The second creature takes fire damage equal to your soul. That'd be good. Warmind. Athletics, persuasion, or survival. Additionally, you gain proficiency with martial weapons and medium armor. At 3rd level, you adopt the style of fighting as your specialty. You can choose 2 of the following options. You can take a fighting style option more than once, even if later you choose again. Archery, you get +2 ranged weapon defense. While wearing armor, you get dueling. When making a melee attack with one and no other weapon, you get +2 damage or protection. When a creature you can see attacks a creature, when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you with 50, you can use a reaction. Participant must be wearing a shield. Battle brilliance. Also, 3rd level, your analysis of a creature shows you the best ways to harm it. Whenever you add a perfect plan die to an attack roll made against a creature you are analyzing, you can also deal additional damage as if you had spent a perfect. Additionally, your weapon can score a critical hit on a 19. Okay. You can attack twice rather than once whenever you take an action on your turn. Nice. I think I might go with Warmind and just do the protection. Warmind. Next. Warmind. Next. Let's do index. Apply changes. No. And then we fuck. Next. Apply changes. And then we boop. And then that's our final level up. Next. And then we valimos verga. No. Por favor. Apply changes. We aren't the beefiest, I'm not gonna lie. We are not the beefiest. and died. On through. Money one. Damn, I rolled 2 on initiative. Bro does not want to get moving. Holy hell. There we go. We finally rolled something higher. Something in the double digits. Damn. I forgot to add. And, let's see, that's right. Let's do potions here. They're next to being rare, I think. Greater healing, right? Two greater healing potions. And they wait. Why do you keep disconnecting? Why? Why do you hate me? I don't know, my internet's been really weird. I probably need to reset it or something. I'm not even doing anything too intensive right now. This is stupid. I forgot that my little dude isn't even on there. But yeah, this is gonna be kind of a boring stream. I'm just doing my D&D stuff. Might be because it's kind of windy outside. That's the only thing I could probably see it causing this thing to keep leaving. Just dumb. Yeah, two common things. I forgot to just put another thing. I don't know what thing would be good here. I like spell right tattoo because it lets you have a spell. Veteran's Cane just gives you a weapon, I think. Shift breathe. It's like a normal shielding with nah. Well, maybe. Or with time just as a one touch sword. Oh yeah, I'll take the armor shielding. First common item, and then we get one more. And one tinker plenty. Because I am a dwarf. After all. Okay, now we have both of our common items. Now we have one rare, one uncommon, one rare. Damn, if only I knew that, I would have made my. Would have made everything positive. Be rolling out. Oh, actually, what am I doing? 234. What would we gotten? 11 damage. Oh, not bad, but not good. the hell's going on? I'll take the shield of insight. Or Sentinel shield, I think it was. And then one rare item. That's weapon any. I'm sending it over to them. There. I should be done. I'm done with this one. But Jesus, I need to learn my other character. It should be saved. Oh, they were. Alright, I don't know what to do anymore. That's all I wanted to do for right now. Then we might DC. To be completely honest. I'm surprised we haven't as of yet. Actually, you know what? See this video. The truth behind Death Sword. I do like Twilight Princess. I thought it was a poggers game, and I have it for the GameCube.
The shards of the Mirror of Twilight leads Link and Midna into the far reaches of the Gerudo Desert, where lies the ruins of the Arbiter's Grounds, a dark place where Hyrule's worst criminals were imprisoned and executed. It was here that, long before the events of Twilight Princess, the Gerudo king, Ganondorf, was sentenced to death by the sages and impaled by a...
This was technically after Link came back from Ocarina of Time and then told Zelda, like, yo, this dude's bad. Get him. And she's like, bet. Wait, how can I trust you? And he's like, I have the Ocarina of Time. And she's like, what? And he's like, hell yeah. And it's like, oh my God. And it's like, y'all, I did that myself as like a 2-year-old.
A sacred blade. But by some cruel twist of fate, the Dark Lord lived on, and the sages were forced to seal him away through the Mirror of Twilight. By the time Link arrives at the Arbiter's Grounds, the undead crawl through it like worms through a rotten apple. Gyptos and Stalfos shuffle through sandy corridors, and in the dark corners of great halls, the ghostly shapes of Pose dance in the dusty air. But in one
That do be fucking dancing, I love that.
corridors, and in the dark corners of great halls...
Wait, hold on. Where's my bardcore music? That's what he's getting down to.
The ghostly shapes of Pose dance in the dusty air. But in one particular chamber,
Bro, just feeling
deep
himself.
in the bowels of this accursed place, something else lurks. Something more powerful, more mysterious. A great blade, impaled in the ancient stone floor, held in...
This is what Death Sword is, but I always thought that it was Ganondorf's sword. Kind of like in Wind Waker when you go back after you get parts of the, well, not parts of the Master Sword, but you get the Master Sword, the unawakened Master Sword.
In the middle of a
if I can find it. Put it on the other screen.
web of ropes adorned with Ofuda, talismans designed to ward off evil. Whatever this is, It was dangerous enough to have been carefully sealed away, and perhaps it would have remained that way for an age, until the temple it was trapped within crumbled to dust around it. When Link enters the chamber, though, he cuts one of the ropes binding the sword, and it wakes. The ancient runes carved onto the blade glow with an eerie...
Yeah, because it kind of looks like this. I need to play Wind Waker. I have it. See, even down to the damn thing. It could just be Phantom Ganon. It's just because they weren't, he wasn't fully connected with the thing. He didn't get the real shape of him, but he has the horns and stuff, as you'll see later. And then the little inscribing thing. So yeah, it just might be Ganon. Might be a part of his soul that got left on, or they took his blade from him, because he even has a blade in Smash
Ganondorf is not a good character despite what everyone in my comment section tells me. And this isn't just true for Smash Ultimate, it's true for almost every game he's been in. Dead last in Ultimate, bottom 3 in Smash 4, dead last in Brawl, and in Melee, well, he was kinda decent. But why is this character so bad despite some people thinking he's actually broken? Well, to start, he's one of the slowest characters in the game. His movement is slow, his moves come out slow, and he doesn't really have the tools to make up for these problems. Yeah, obviously if your opponent unplugs your controller and stands at the ledge, you'll have plenty of time to charge up a smash attack and instantly KO them.
So like, even has a sword right there.
Red
That's what I
and
always
the
thought.
remaining ropes burn away. An unseen hand lifts the sword from its resting place and swings it violently around the room, narrowly missing the hero and the Twilight Princess. This is the mini-boss of the Arbiter's Grounds, a battle seemingly against an animated weapon. But by transforming it...
And then if you go into the final boss room, once you get to the final boss, the fight between Link and Ganon, well, it's Link and... What's his face? Not Getsus, that's Pokemon. Zant. Link and Zant, you can see Zant uses 2 swords and then he's forced into one because of Ganon.
Into his wolf form, and using the beast's heightened senses, Link can see the true form of his foe. A towering, cloaked figure with a head
So yeah, straight up Ganon, dude.
that of a skeletal goat. This
It's
is
Phantom Ganon.
Death Sword, one of the creepiest bosses in the Zelda series. But despite
Well, let's see what
its
he says.
importance, it's never explained. Twilight Princess never reveals the backstory or lore of this phantom, but there are hints allowing us to piece together a theory
Speed
on
this
the
up a little bit, 'cause
origins
I'm
and
pretty
true
sure he's gonna say
identity
that's Ganon.
of Death Sword. Death Sword is the mini-boss of the Arbiter's Grounds, fought in the room in which Link unlocks the spinner, and immediately it becomes clear
Arbiter's
that
Ground was
Death
such a
Sword
good
is
map, though. It was so fun, especially the final boss.
not a regular enemy. Link must initiate the fight himself, by breaking the seals that keep the monster imprisoned here. Above all else, this is the most interesting and unsettling aspect of Death Sword, that it was dangerous enough to be locked away, here in a prison at the edge of the world. We can infer that Death Sword's physical form, its horned head, red-tipped claws, and flowing black cloak, is spiritual in nature, evidenced by the fact that, before being damaged, it can only be sensed by Wolf Link, just like the spirits cast in Twilight or Pose. But the sword itself is real. It exists apart from the ghost, as if it is the physical object the entity was trapped within. Its shape is crude and brutal, a slab of black metal that tapers only slightly towards the hilt. Mysterious, scrawled runes are etched onto the blade, markings that resemble those found throughout the dungeon. The hilt itself is ornate, gilded with intricate patterns, and perhaps most interestingly, the guard appears to bear the symbol of the Triforce. Unlike the Triforce engraved on the Master Sword,
That's upside
however,
down.
these triangles are inverted, and would point down if the blade was held skyward. In this, the markings match the inverted Triforce on the blade wielded by Demise, the original Demon King. Considering
do
these
show it,
design
yeah.
choices, and the fact that this blade is sealed away here in the Arbiter's Grounds, There's
It's not
a strong
Demise's sword
argument
though,
to be
because
made
Demise
that
doesn't
this
have
weapon
horns, I don't think. It's Ganon's sword. Because Demise doesn't have that.
Demon King. Considering these design choices, and the fact that this blade is sealed away here in the Arbiter's grounds, there's a strong argument to be made that this weapon once belonged to none other than Ganondorf himself. We don't see what weapon Ganondorf used to wage war before the events of Twilight Princess. By the time he has been captured by the sages and chained in the Arbiter's grounds, he's unarmed. But he is still clad in his plate armor, a suit of ornate, gilded black metal that closely resembles the design of Deathsword. And given that this ruin in the desert was where the Gerudo King was taken after his defeat, it would only make
It's crazy
sense
that
for
bro
his
broke
blade
out
to
and
be
just killed
taken
one of
from
the
him
sages.
and
I think it's,
sealed away here too. After surviving
water
his
sage.
execution, Ganondorf claimed the Radiant Sword of the Six Sages as a trophy to, in his own words, take this foul blade and use it to blot out the light forever. This would be even more poetic had he originally wielded this elegant, luminous sword's exact negative, a crude, brutal sword wrought from dark metal, marked with an inverted Triforce.
He probably did, but because you broke it when you beat the boss, he couldn't. He was like, "What the fuck? Where's my sword at?"
Theory
God damn
neatly
it.
explains the origins of the Death Sword itself, but it doesn't solve the mystery of who wields it by the time of Twilight Princess, the ghost sealed along with it. On the surface, Death Sword is similar in many ways to another Zelda mini-boss, Gomez, fought in Majora's Mask's Stone Tower Temple. Both are the mini-bosses of desert-themed dungeons, both resemble the Grim Reaper, both disappear into a swarm of flies or bats when defeated, and in the French translation, both share the same name, Faucher. But Death Sword shares a deeper thematic parallel with another boss, one that would solidify the blade's connection with the King of the Gerudo, Phantom Ganon. In every single Zelda game featuring the Gerudo King Ganondorf, he is accompanied by his phantoms, spectral clones of the Dark Lord, manifestations of his hatred wrought from dark magic.
I think they're less like. No, they are parts of him. It's just that it's probably that his sword has so much hate in it that it could have a will of its own, and if someone dares use its power unless it's its master, then they're probably gonna be like, nah.
Magic. In Ocarina of Time, Phantom Ganon appears as the
That was
boss
like a
of the Forest
test, but
Temple,
since you always
wielding
fight it as the hero, and he has the blade that purifies the darkness, that it just destroys it instead of letting you use it.
trident, riding forth from paintings on the chamber walls. In The Wind Waker, he is clad in plate armor and wields a great black sword, and in Tears of the Kingdom, Phantom Ganon appears from pools of gloom, often heralded by swarms of gloom hands. The only exception to this is in Twilight Princess, where the closest named equivalent are the Phantom Riders, spectral mounted warriors summoned by Ganondorf during the final battle. While these are likely some form of Phantom Ganon, their heads even resemble the horned look of Phantom Ganon from Ocarina of Time, they're not named as such, and crucially, aren't a boss fight in their own right. Yet Twilight Princess does feature Death Sword, a phantom boss fight against an unnamed,
What was that?
even resemble the horned look. To this is in Twilight Princess, where the closest named equivalent are the Phantom Riders, spectral mounted warriors summoned by Ganondorf during the final battle. While these are likely some form of Phantom Ganon, their heads even resemble the horned look of Phantom Ganon from Ocarina of Time, they're not named as such, and crucially, aren't a boss fight in their own right. Yet Twilight Princess does feature Death Sword, a phantom boss fight against an unnamed, unexplained foe, lurking in the depths of the very place where Ganondorf was imprisoned. Death Sword's design doesn't match Ganondorf's in the same way Phantom Ganon usually does, but there are design elements that call back to the Demon King. Like Ocarina of Time's Phantom, its head is skeletal, with large, prominent horns, and Death Sword's robe might offer another clue. This also displays the inverted Triforce symbol seen on the blade, again evoking the Great Sword of Demise seen in Skyward Sword. In the original Japanese, Death Sword is named the Sword of Gobera. This term, Gobera, doesn't translate to anything. It's a proper noun, so it appears to be the name of the sword, or the spirit that wields it. Yet, this term has never appeared elsewhere in the Zelda series. Death Sword's original name is as much of a mystery as the entity itself. However, a somewhat similar term does appear in The Wind Waker, where Phantom Ganon's sword is etched with the words Zabora Gabora. Of course, this is a callback to Majora's Mask, to the blacksmiths in the mountain village, Zabora and Gabora. Gobera is, of course, a different word to Gabora, but it's similar enough to be notable, especially when coupled with the similarities between the Death Sword itself and the blade carried by the Wind Waker's Phantom Ganon, both great slabs of black metal. Could Gobera be
I didn't know you could pick it up.
a corruption of Gabora, another clue suggesting that Death Sword is indeed a creation of Ganondorf's hatred? The final clue to Death Sword's identity could be how it fights. The first phase of the battle involves the Spectre swinging the blade, and can be defeated by latching on and biting with Wolf Link while it's weak. Once it has materialized, Death Sword will begin the next phase, first floating around the boss chamber, summoning orbs of dark magic and hurling them at the hero, where it can be damaged with the bow, and then flying quickly to appear behind Link and attempting to hit him with the sword. This is incredibly similar to Phantom Ganon's moveset in The Wind Waker. Just like Death Sword, Phantom Ganon floats around the arena before casting orbs of magic towards him
So
in a
he can
game
use
of
them.
Dead Man's Volley, one of Ganondorf and Phantom Ganon's signature moves, but also appears behind Link to damage him with his sword. The magic projectiles of Death Sword cannot be reflected in the same way as the Phantom Ganon fight, yet it feels like this fight is trying to evoke the same feelings as in this encounter. Perhaps what we're seeing here is the result of a Phantom Ganon being sealed for an age, a rotten, twisted shadow, any semblance of what it once was long forgotten, save for its hatred and bloodlust. There's an interesting parallel between Death Sword and Azazel, a demon mentioned in Abrahamic texts, which might allow
Damn.
us to infer more about its history. The first book of Enoch describes Azazel as a fallen angel, responsible for corrupting
I wasn't
mankind with
expecting
the
them
knowledge of forging
damn
weapons
demons to
and
show
armor.
up.
And Azazel is also mentioned in Leviticus, where the tradition of the scapegoat is outlined. One goat would be sacrificed for God, and another, symbolically bearing sin, was sent into the wilderness for Azazel. Twilight Princess never reveals how, when, or by whom Death Sword was sealed here in the Arbiter's grounds, but the Book of Enoch explains that Azazel was sealed by the Archangel Raphael. This is where the parallels get really interesting. Raphael was told to bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face so that he may not see light. Death Sword isn't just a
Fucking
goat-headed demon sealed in the desert, he's also covered in darkness. His boss chamber is blanketed in a perpetual shadow. But most crucially of all, Azazel's face was covered so that he may not see light. And at the beginning of the battle, before Death Sword can be seen without wolf senses, his cloak covers his face like a mask. If Death Sword is indeed a form of Phantom Ganon, sealed within the blade
That'd be
once
cool if
wielded
they
by
actually did
Ganondorf
that.
himself, then parallels to Azazel make perfect sense. Before the events of Twilight Princess, the Dark Lord attempted to conquer Hyrule, spreading war and bloodshed across the land. And here, in the shadowy depths of his execution site, lurks a ghost of this war, a goat demon, sealed in the desert in the dark. But sealed by whom?
Right, the Seven
Link
Seasons with the
first
help
learns
of
the Arbiter's grounds from Oru, an old man who might have a deeper connection to the mysteries of the desert and the evils within than he lets on. Link first encounters him atop a tower at Lake Hylia, observing the western desert. He says, "The Gerudo Desert once held a prison built to hold the worst criminals this land has ever known. The criminals who were sentenced to death were sent directly to the underworld by a cursed mirror that was kept in the prison. Now that prison is condemned, and even the road leading to the desert is impassable. This desert at World's End, it still holds the cursed mirror and the malice of the doomed inmates. These old bones know that the evil currently plaguing Hyrule is related to this wicked place." Clearly, Oru has a long history with the Gerudo Desert, and the execution site that lies there. After Link ventures there and recovers the Shard of the Mirror of Twilight, he'll say, The sages. Those sages once served the royal family, actually. They were appointed as tutors to the young Princess Zelda. It was from them that I first heard tales of the accursed mirror in the Arbiter's grounds. But this is actually a mistranslation. Originally, Oru explains that he was Princess Zelda's tutor, and that it was back then that he learned about the Mirror of Twilight. This makes Oru far more important, and reveals a deep connection to Hyrule's royal family that we didn't know before. It also casts a new light on his English name. It is one letter away from Rauru, the name of the Sage of Light in Ocarina of Time, and the King of Light in Tears of the Kingdom. Both figures with obvious connections to the royal family. It doesn't seem likely that Oru is the Sage of Light in Twilight Princess, however. Link meets with them after completing the Arbiter's grounds, where they tell Link the story of Ganondorf's exile. Yet, Oru's original name seems to connect him with Azazel, and by extension, the Arbiter's grounds and Death Sword. In Japanese, the Archangel Raphael is named Rafaeru, and Oru is named Rafureru, or Rafrel. For Death Sword to have so many parallels to Azazel, and Oru to be named so similarly to the Archangel who sealed it, surely this can't just be coincidence. Well, despite what it might seem, I don't think that his Japanese name is enough to suggest that Oru himself was the one to seal Death Sword in the Arbiter's grounds. He is old, but not ancient, and Ganondorf's banishment seems to have taken place generations before the events of Twilight Princess. Instead, his name simply strengthens the parallels to Azazel, and positions Oru as a direct counterpart to the demon in the blade, a force of light to guide Link as he ventures into the darkness. To me, it seems most likely that Death Sword was imprisoned here by the Arbiters themselves, the sages who attempted to execute Ganondorf. That when Ganondorf was defeated and brought to this place in chains, his own sword, and the violent entity within it, was sealed away here by the Six, to rot, forgotten in the darkness. Until the light of another sword cut through the shadows.
Yes, sir.
Until the blade of evil's bane, the Master Sword, was brought here to bring death to Death Sword. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like.
A
and
long-winded
subscribe if
way
you
to say Ganondorf, but hey, we take those. What the fuck? The most controversial is...
About 3 years ago, I started going through the Legend of Zelda series for the first time, and like I do with any game series I plan to analyze, I went deep into the lore, the fan theories, and the strange corners of the internet where people have been arguing about this stuff for decades. During my research, I came across what is not only the most puzzling theory in the Zelda community, but maybe the most personally perplexing theory I have encountered in any video game. That being the Tetraforce theory. The suggestion that there is a missing fourth piece of the iconic Triforce. It's a theory that dates all the way back to 1998, when the first pre-release images from Ocarina of Time began circulating. In a few of those early images, Link's shield appears to display what looks like an upside-down Triforce fragment beneath the familiar emblem. Naturally, this led to speculation that the game's story would center around the introduction of that fourth element. Alas, this was not only not the case, every subsequent Zelda game removed any hint of a fourth part of the Triforce, be it on the shield or elsewhere. Most fans eventually assumed Nintendo had simply corrected a confusing design choice, that it was always meant to be aesthetic and not symbolic. And yet, for almost 30 years, the theory has never gone away. The theory has been consistently revived in forums, Reddit posts, and YouTube videos, only for hardcore Zelda fans to
I
swoop.
do like that. The damn, I like that part. Because, I don't know, kind of like the Christian cross. It'd probably be like a piece of the goddess is with you, you know? Well, I guess that'd be with that too. But, yeah. I like this design. It looks cool. This done looks cool too.
Corrected a confusing design choice, that it was always meant to be aesthetic and not symbolic. And yet, for almost 30 years, the theory has never gone away. The theory has been consistently revived in forums, Reddit posts, and YouTube videos, only for hardcore Zelda fans to swoop in and smack it down as quickly as it pops up, like the nerdiest form of intellectual whack-a-mole. Though I trusted the conventional wisdom surrounding this theory, I decided to investigate it seriously, and as I did, I kept running into this weird, recurring contrast between trinities and quaternities in the Zelda lore. One example I will cite is the three golden goddesses, Din, Nehru, and Farore, and how they are associated with the classical elements of fire, water, and wind. In almost every elemental system worldwide, these three elements are paired with the fourth element of earth. We know that the element exists in the Zelda series and is commonly associated with the color purple, vis-a-vis its depiction in games like the Minish Cap and the Four Swords games. So what god or entity represents it? I originally did a video tackling the Tetraforce theory 2 years ago, and at the time I didn't really know what to make of it. But now that I have played almost all the primary games in the series, I have changed my mind. I now confidently believe that there is a fourth element to the Triforce, and once you see the pattern, it's hard to unsee. But the real question, and the part that actually fascinates me, isn't whether the fourth element exists. It's why people kept rebirthing the theory for decades, and whether the developers themselves understood what they were circling the entire time. I'm going to get into all of this in a moment, but before I do, remember to give this video a like. That helps me out a lot, and if you like the type of work I do here, please consider supporting me on Patreon or joining my YouTube membership section. I will leave links to both in the description box below. So let's answer the question up front. If there is a Tetraforce, what is the fourth piece? When I first started researching the theory, I speculated that the upside-down void in the middle of the emblem might actually be that piece. I reasoned this via Taoist symbolism, thinking that maybe the center represented formless chaos, and the three triangles made order out of that chaos. Due to my lack of knowledge of Zelda lore at the time, I passed this theory off to a fellow YouTuber and Zelda lore master, Gaming University. He said that I was not the first person to propose this idea, and sent me a video by another YouTuber named Gossipgeist. He asserted the same idea, and that the Zelda series had been hiding either a shadow goddess to contrast with the three golden goddesses, or some other inverse principle.
The shadow goddess is whatchamacallit, Midna's finest.
At the time, neither my video nor Gossipgeist's video had enough textual grounding to make our claims convincing. But in late 2024, we finally found that missing piece that we had both been looking for. In September of 2024, Nintendo released The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and with it, they introduced a cosmic entity named Null, the game's primary villain. He is described as Chaos Incarnate, the spirit of the formless void. It was from the body of Null that the three golden goddesses crafted the world. As I alluded to before, Null represents chaos, or yin, and the three goddesses represent order, or yang. Now, by understanding Null's attributes, a lot of things start to line up. Chaos is material, the fundamental substance from which all life emerges. By contrast, order is immaterial. Now with this in mind, it makes sense to associate the element of earth with materiality, for it is firmer and denser than the more immaterial elements of fire, wind, and water. Another piece of evidence in favor of this interpretation is the association of the color purple with Null, which, as I pointed out before, is the color associated with the element of earth. Finally, the color purple is also associated with the concept of shadow, as we clearly see with not just Null's physiology, but with the shadow medallion in Ocarina of Time. Notice how it has an upside-down triangle on its face as well, potentially signifying the existence of this fourth principle, as far back as 1998. Though it is technically correct that there is no fourth piece of the Triforce, that is only true if you believe in the existence of a fourth light piece. Structurally, the cosmology of Zelda has repeatedly gestured towards a missing counterbalancing principle, the chaotic or material ground from which ordered reality emerges. Null doesn't add a new triangle to the Triforce, but it does give narrative form to something that had existed only symbolically and psychologically for decades. And that brings me to the part of this theory that actually matters most in my opinion. The interesting question isn't whether this fourth triangle exists or not, it's why so many people kept sensing it long before the series ever acknowledged it, and whether the developers themselves knew what they were doing. To answer that, we need to step outside of Zelda for a moment.
I need to play Tears of the Kingdom too.
I tried to make sense of the Tetraforce theory via the work of the Swiss psychoanalyst Carl Jung and his student.
I watched this on my own time. Because I don't have much to say. The plot twist that changed. Urban legend turned out to be true. And then me. Let's see if anything is downloaded. Because I can play the new season of Siege. Haven't touched it yet. But I know that it's Solid Snake because I saw the material. Wait, this and that too. Just call it here. Power World is on the PS5? It is. And the jump shits are back. Fuck. Wait, is it downloaded? It doesn't need to be downloaded. Fuck me. It needs to be downloaded. Okay. Fuck. Never mind that. We're gonna just, let's play Tune. Let's play Tunic. I've never played this game before. So let's do it. Let's start a Let's Play a Tunic. And then I'll just upload the damn VOD things. God damn, I have to delete this VOD. It's a single player game. And just chill. Okay. I know it says continue, but that's because I want to see if it had save files or not. And it didn't. So, start a new game. Oh, we're going straight into not a Link in the Past. Whatchamacallit? Okay, that's how we strafe. We dodge with X. The fuck? I path it down. What happens if we run out of we can still do stuff, but no pickup. Keys are sticking the chest. But we take those. Guessing that says it's empty. Oh, then there's just over there. Can't get it yet. hero's grave. Probably gonna need a key. How come that's the only thing that we can read? I mean, I guess we did just wake up from amnesia. Oh. We can't jump down. We have to find a way to break those. Town. Damn, I took some damage. Damn, we can't go this way because I think they're blocking our path. Oh, okay, we rested. Nice. But it brought back all the enemies. Not nice. You can farm them, I guess. Oh, we already took one damage. Because it's some sort of astral plane. What the hell? Guess we just follow this wisp and hope for the best. Oh no, we can't fall off. Alright, cool. Damn, this ayahuasca trip is wild, dude. Zelda? I guess that's our objective, to get not the Triforce but the Tripower? Do it again, I was running back. Seals forever. Oh. That might be the key to the hero's place. You just long rush real quick. Just have my beating stick. Beginning your adventure. In a far off land, a great treasure was sealed forever away forever. Some say it is the power to defy death. Ringing the East Bell, East Forest Hero's Grave Guard Captain. Dark tomb, we need a lantern for it. Little guy. Don't tell me I'm about to learn goddamn a new language. Oh, they took the damn sword already. We can't swim. That was a piggy bank. Think we should. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving this way. Give me a second. They're asking about the class. Piss me off. Just remaking another fucking class. Alright. So we can't keep moving this way, so let's go back to where we came from, which was... I don't remember. Oh, right there. Take the damn sword. Those bastards. So it's here, I'm anything gonna be up, I guess. Can we climb up? Yes, no, that's a road. How low did we go then? Is there a hidden jump button? I don't know. And down here was just this. I missed this. Just can't do anything with it. thought that's the town. It's just a resting period. It's supposedly sealed forever. Bitch. Took way too much damage from those little bastards. Well, this way first. See if I can find a sword or something. Nothing I can do here. I guess I do have to find my way out. I guess we're just gonna. I just need to get used to dodging. I need to get used to bobbing and weaving until I get a shield or something. We're doing all this. I probably shouldn't. This looks like death, but and an exploit. Okay, I guess you should. Let's not explore it. I don't know how to fight him. Dope, dope, dope. I don't even know what those things are. I need a forward roll so I can get behind it. You saw me kill your friend. What you gonna do about it, bitch? Ah! Almost got me killed though, and I doubt that I can win a 2v1. If one of you could drop your sword, that'd be fantastic. I thought I died. Please give B a sword. Chili peppers, what the fuck? Danger. I am the danger. Oh, God. Am I supposed to be doing this? Beat his ass. Backward. Beat his ass. Woo. I hate how long it takes to freaking swing with the damn blade. How was I supposed to know that motherfucking goddamn turret was supposed to be there? Jesus. I don't know, we had guns in this game now. Hey, yo, my fault, I died. I got annihilated by a magical turret. Got fucked in the ass, that's what happened. What you mean? Damn. Stupid ass turret. Well, at least I know their attack patterns. We can run it back. What's that achievement for me? Was resurrected. Straight just dying, you get an achievement. They got all these motherfuckers again. I don't think I'm supposed to go that way though. If I interact with this thing, it doesn't do anything. Smack it, see what reverberates. Over here. How much did I lose? I don't even know how much I had. I feel like I missed something in the back, but bring the brother here, seal the treasure, page. Badass one, let me go. I'm too high to jump down. Just pause the recording until I do actually do something. It's just like gonna be an hour of me just walking back and forth trying to figure out what to do. Well, there's no jump button. There's only a dodge. And that guy's there now. He wasn't there before, I don't think. Do things change every time you die? This is probably when I get that treasure, which turned out to be like a piggy bank of some sort. Which I might have used way too early. Did I miss that? Well, I'm dumb. After going up here and then just exploring a little bit, this is opened up now. It probably already was from the beginning, but I'm dumb. Anyways, we're at the East Bell Tower now, with the enemies not being damn overpowered soldier things. I don't even think I'm supposed to. Just simple little slimes that you can deal with. Okay, target, R2 shield, heal. Stamina points. Okay, so when he's tired, you take more damage, I guess. Readied weapon, magic potions. Focus view. Okay. So when I get a shield, I'm able to use R2. Let's go up first. See if we can get a rudimentary shield or something. No, it's just that. Nothing of that much important. Let me do the average lonk thing. Break some pots, get money. Don't even know what it's used for, but maybe when we find the town, we'll be able to get some gear from them. Pick this up. Nope. We're just gonna have to keep going. We're stuck now. East Forest. Okay, they can shoot projectiles and damage you if you get too close to them. And then slimes are just slimes. Beat them. more knights. Berry. Before I go deeper, I should probably long rest. I mean, the enemies will come back and hopefully deal with them. Keep trotting on to the hero's room. Wait, no boss I need to fight. It's hard. use the restroom. Alright, gamers. Finally got a sword. Realize the hero. I still don't know what those things do, but I'll take it. First, I want to see if they give us a shield. And then I'll probably just call it there for right now. We've been streaming for what, 3 hours? Oh. Damn it. I came back. Just went over here. There was 2 enemies. That's why I'm damaged. And we went up here, raised that, and then opened that gate down there. My bad. I forgot to unpause after I came to use the restroom. Came back from the restroom. Now we're gonna explore it. I assume those are items that we can use. I'm pretty sure we can take it. Okay, we two-shot these things now. So we're gonna have to fight that big and ugly thing. Oh, health potion. Nice. We only have one of them though. So we gotta use it sparingly. Well, guess we're gonna have to fight big and ugly. Bitch. No shot. I kicked your ass. What do you mean? You got evaded. Still slight delay. Okay. So he has a charge shot too. Can't get too cautious. I mean, I can't get too careless. What is that? You're nowhere near me, dude. Get fucked. I don't even heal that much though. But we're not at risk of dying to like a rogue damn attack. Another health potion, nice. I'm about to redo the D&D sheet because dude doesn't know what a class is, and I guess we can't use classes that are already pre-made because he doesn't know them. We can't counter them. It was kind of dumb, but whatever. Whatever. We run the first bell of awakening. Woo-hoo-hoo. Die. Moment of safety. We can be flinched and knocked over if we have less than 25. You can still tap without. Check for dust. Oh, those are invulnerability frames? Those are iframes. We can go back and do a thing and stuff. Check out this spot. Probably when we get the right. Another A shot. Firecracker. Oh, maybe that's it. The fuck? Oh, we replenish our health potions. Moment of safety, damage taken. Block, stable. Oh, we special attack. Okay, so when we block, it uses up stamina. I'm being careless now. I'm feeling myself way too much. I need to chill. Christ. Bro sent bullet hole at me, what the hell? Rupees, I mean triangles or firecrackers. Well, it's kind of like Legend of Zelda. You're sneaking by. Oh, unlike him, I'm sorry. Bitch. Shit. I could have just kept using the firecrackers. I didn't know bro had hands like that. That's not even the hands, it's the stupid these things. They shouldn't have bullet hell, motherfuckers. Like 2 extra shots, yeah. Fuck you. Killing me like that, hell no. Christ. I know magic pylons had hands like that. Fuck is a Schlorn? Treasures and tools. Key, sword, stake, shield, crossbow, fireball, golden coin, magic potion. Oh, we use. Oh, those are fragments of. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like the old school manuals. 20. So we started off right there at the bottom in the first thingy. Made our way up to the sealed temple. Then we went back to the east forest. Old house is that. Shit. Get cheesed, you bitch. That's the first time they'll outright kill me. You know what? I'm not gonna kill it. That's just mean. That means more health. Can you do damage to me? No, you just run away. No, I'm not gonna kill you. Isn't cool. You might have something important, I will have to kill it, but no, hell no. If it's not gonna attack me, I'm not gonna kill it. Fuck that. Oh, it's a ladder. This is a good place to stop. I think that's enough for this. Still don't know what the little badges do. Pretty sure this is fortified. HP 2. Nice. I should have recorded that. Oh well. Oh, there's more of those friendly creatures. There's a scorpion looking thing over there and an evil. Alright, we'll explore this tomorrow. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.